Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this, which is the 4th Doctor and TARDIS from Shada. Now this is one of the new B&M exclusive sets for 2019. This is one of 8 sets in total and one of the 2 TARDIS sets for the year. This set, as I mentioned, includes the 4th Doctor from Shada and the TARDIS from Shada. Now this is a great set, and as much as I love the Caves Rangizani and the 5th Doctor, this is probably the better of the TARDIS sets in my opinion. Just because it's so unique and different, and it's a box that I haven't seen anyone really ask for, but I'm glad they chose this one over other ones, and I'm also glad that they've started releasing more 4th Doctor TARDISes, as of course the original one was quite expensive when it first came out and is now ridiculously expensive because of its rarity. So, first of all, let's take a look at the box. So here we have the box for the set. Now this is in the same style as the new Collector's Series packaging guidelines, and I believe it is the same packaging that we saw introduced with the 4th Doctor TARDIS set from earlier in the year, which of course had the regenerated 4th Doctor. So we've got the Doctor Who logo up at the top, a nice image of the TARDIS. I don't believe it's the Jodie Whittaker one, just because the pull to open sign has a handle on the right rather than the left, but it's just an image of the TARDIS. It states that this is for the 5.5 inch or 14cm scale collector series. The set is for ages 5 and over. States that it is a exclusive Doctor and TARDIS set. It shows the character options logo in the bottom right. States that this is the 4th Doctor and TARDIS from Shada set. And of course has the embossed gold sticker, which states that this is limited edition. Turning the box inside, we have a nice product image of the box and the figure with the iconic "with opening doors" label there, and another image of the TARDIS and the same information and stuff that we've seen. Here we have a bit of a write-up on the Shada story, talking about how it was cancelled and then he remade it and then animated it a bit later on. And yeah, it's a good read, so if you want to read this, I'm sure you can find it online. I don't think that the lens is good enough to pick it up from here, but same information. And on this side we have a nice continuation of the clear window at the front. The box art is the study of a character in the story. I have not seen Shada, so this would mean more to me if I had seen the story, but I personally haven't. It's a story that I've wanted to see ever since they released the animated version. But so first of all, taking a look at the 4th Doctor from Shada. This is a great figure, one that I'm surprised they haven't already released, honestly. The main body sculpt is that from Destiny of the Daleks, however, rather than having the more common scarf sculpt, which goes around the neck, and put the head, it goes around the neck of the head, we've got the one used in the City of Death version, and then there was of course a slightly different version in the Burgundy versions. See, I've got the 5th Doctor version here because I don't have the 4th Doctor hand. But yeah, so the face sculpt, as always, is superb. It really captures the likeness of Tom Baker. The paint application on this is great, one of the best I've seen in a while. It's very clean. Mine does have a slightly misprinted eye, but I don't really mind. And there is also a lighter wash in the hair to make it stand out a bit more. If we compare the scarf to the City of Death version, it has a lot more vibrant colours, so I'm going to grab that figure and compare it. Okay, so here we have the City of Death scarf. which as you can see has a lot more lighter colours than this. This scarf obviously has more bold colours, but they are slightly darker, but they stand out more, and honestly I think I prefer this scarf to this one, which is a nice scarf anyway. Moving on to the jacket, if I take the scarf off, we have a nice brown colour, which I'm sure matches the coat. It seems to match from images I've seen and looks very nice. The paint application on the shirt is also very nice, very clean white. Moving down to the legs, it is done in a matte grey, which is very nice, and there's detailing for creases and the different sort of linings in the trousers. And of course we have the pirate boots, which he so famously wore in the story, which are done in a slightly lighter brown to the coat, which is also a bit more shiny and really works well. So overall I think this figure is great and is equally as good as the police box. And taking a look at the TARDIS itself, there's quite a lot to notice and to talk about this box. I suppose we'll start with the top. We have a new sculpt for the lamp on top, which is great because I'm sure you all know what the standard one looks like, and it is just really nice that they've added that touch of changing the lantern to match that of that season and the story. So yeah, the same can't be said about the 5th Doctor box, which I do love, but the lantern is incorrect because it didn't have the box under it, but that's just because they've reused the sculpt. Moving down, we have the Police Public Call box, which I do believe has an updated font, and it looks very nice. Obviously the black background with the white printing over the top. It has faded in a few places, but I think that's the same for all of my classic TARDISes, not so much on my modern TARDISes. But, also, what you're probably noticing the most about the box is the fact that the windows are pink and orange, which I think looks great. I can imagine this box looking great in very summery photos, so if you go to a park, maybe in the autumn as well, or the fall, with the orange leaves. I think taking photographs in late summer, autumn, this would look very nice. The box is in, just a very standard blue, but has a light brown wash over it. The washes over the B&M TARDISes are probably the downfall of them. The 3rd Doctor ones, obviously, you have to be careful, but nothing you can do about it. The sign here is done in a nice black with a blue frame around it, and of course the white text. The doors can open just by pushing them open. I do recommend you don't open this door. It's not really intended for opening. You can open it, but I don't usually. And of course, to close this door, there is of course the bottom button, which you just press and the door closes. It's very nice. Now, if we look at the base of the TARDIS, it is in a nice black, very similar to the 3rd Doctor TARDIS from last year. It is an entirely new sculpt for the base, which makes it a lot more accurate to the classic TARDISes. There's something about it which makes it not look right, but that's probably just because I'm used to the thicker bases, which were of course intended to house electronics, but seeing as these are non-electronic sets, it's nice that they've added a newer base and of course a new sculpt in a B&M set. However, still got the ugly battery compartment that can't be opened, and the sound holes, which isn't all that nice, but at least we do have a completely flat base because this base wasn't intended to have switches or anything on it. So yeah, overall I think this is a great set, maybe the best of the wave, maybe not, but it is without a doubt one of my favourite TARDISes in my collection. And that just about does it for the review. Now I think what I'm going to do for the B&M sets in my reviews is at the end, when I'm closing off the video, just show you something you can do to display the figures and the boxes and whatnot. I don't know if this TARDIS is seen in the story, but I think it's very similar and the Fourth Doctor works. An Invasion of Time story, which was a Fourth Doctor story with Leela. It was set in Gallifrey. I believe it was the first story where the Doctor was promoted to the President of Gallifrey. I don't personally enjoy the story all that much, but it has the Sontarans in. It's a bit long for my liking, but yeah, it was also Leela's final story in the classic series. But yeah, here's just a little thing you can do to display the box. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but include a Leela, preferably the long-haired one. Mine is from the B&M set from 2017. Of course we got the Shada Fourth Doctor, because it is very similar. And of course K9 from the same Fourth Doctor set from 2017. So if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button down below. I really appreciate it if you did. And if you like my content, consider subscribing to the channel. And see you in the next one.